Hey, what's up everyone? I just wanted to make a new video to talk about the future of my channel. I know I've been coming out with videos daily, and that's what I continue to do, looking forward into the future. But, you know, there was no way for me to continue the TNG podcast because I didn't have the equipment to do it at the time. Now I do, so that's good, but I'm gonna leave my content up there that I first started out with because I felt like that was my first content. I felt proud about it at the moment. I still do, because that's what got me into wanting to be on YouTube and wanting to make videos. But as you can see, all of the copyrighted content is private now. I had to change that just because I want to be able to, at some point in the future, down the line, eventually make money off of this channel. But I just wanted to talk to you all about like what I'm going to be doing for the future, and you know, if I have to keep putting out videos daily, that's what I'm going to have to do. But to get bigger, I'm not asking you guys to subscribe to my channel. It's only if you want to, because I know my content's not for everyone. It's just for if you want to get a laugh, if you want to see someone get angry or whatever at a stupid video game, a stupid flash game online, you can do that. But otherwise, I'm not going to ask you to subscribe and follow. It's only if you want to. But you know, this was, I'm proud that I did the TNG podcast for as long as I did. And the last one I did, the Balding Rugby Players podcast, which is this one, I felt like that one meant a lot to me because that was the first time where it was like an actual podcast where I didn't have to have questions in front of me asking someone questions. We were able to talk back and forth. That's what I liked with the guys that I was talking to, and that's what I want if I were to start up an actual podcast. I record for half hour to an hour, and then I edit it to like the best 5 minutes of me just at my angriest or whatever, and I just want people to get a laugh out of it. It's not a thing of me being angry in person, it's just the content that I want to put out. I didn't want to start up again if I didn't have something to film. I have my own creativity to do things, and that's what I like, is that I don't have to really rely on other people, because I would have to rely on, you know, my old high school's equipment to upload the video, or I would have to call people, hey, can I edit a video at your house? It'll be 10 minutes and then I'll leave. That's what I didn't like, is that like I couldn't do it. I couldn't spend just 2 hours making a video and then go do something else. No, I had to literally plan it out. And that was like the dumbest thing I probably had to deal with throughout my last year of high school, is that like I had to wait just to get a fucking video out. That's why the TNG podcast didn't come out weekly, and that's why I kind of stopped. But you know, I thought that last one that I did, the Balding Rugby Players podcast, was kind of like the closing chapter of that podcast. I've had to make things for school that I didn't want to make, and in a lot of ways the TNG podcast was one of them, because I felt like it was almost like a chore just to get that project done. It was almost a chore to like put it up when the teacher wanted, and I didn't want that, and I want to do something else. And that's why this is such a great outlet, because it allows me to do the things that I want to do. So that's why I'm always open to make videos with someone. It's just I don't want to do it based on them. Like, I want to do it based on the both of us, and that's what I feel like the TNG podcast is more about. It was more based on the other person rather than the person that was making the videos, editing the videos, putting all the work into it. And a lot of the times, like, I would ask people, hey, can I just sit down with you for like 10 minutes? And they would say like, no, or they would say, I'm busy, I'm doing something else, I can't, or whatever. That's what I fucking hated, is that like people like didn't give you the time of day. And that's why I was just like, you know what, I don't want to do this anymore. So for a while I didn't want to make videos. I kind of almost gave up on this whole thing, but it was more of like, it was more on a reflection on myself to take a step back, to look at what I could create by myself. I know it won't be the greatest content in the world or the cleanest, of course, but it will be something that people can smile at and they can get a laugh at, or they could say, "Oh, that dude's crazy," or whatever. That's something that I want, and you know, eventually to get to a point where I can say no to projects, or I can discard that idea. I'm at a point now where I'm just like basically shitting out content, and that's not what I want. I want to be more creative than I can be right now. I know I'm not going to be able to do... I can do a whole lot of creativity on my own, but that can only take me so far in terms of like YouTube and stuff, because like even some of the biggest YouTube stars have people to work with that can make that creativity possible. And like collabing with someone, I feel like that's a good idea, but it would be, I don't want it to be on their terms entirely. I want it to be on mine for some part. That's mainly why I wanted to just wait until I got all the equipment, because that was the most important part of making videos, of just having all the right equipment. And it was just, in all honesty, it was having all the right little pieces to it, because, and being patient. That was the hardest thing for me. I wasn't sure about what I could do, but like now I am, just making new content in general, and that's my main goal moving forward, is just making more and more content, making it better, what I can improve. And that's why I wanted this video to be a lot more serious, have me talk from the soul. It's very easy to not move forward into the future, because you can always, it's easy, I feel like it's easy to stay in the past, and it's easy to stay in the present and not make plans for the future, and it's just easy to do those things. Yet I'm looking forward to the future. I'm looking forward to making new content, and I will continue to make new content till the day I die. That's what I promised myself. I feel like that's my goal for the future, is just to make people a little bit more happier than what they were. I feel like that would be my goal moving forward.